Soft as the voice of an angel, breathing a lesson unheard. Oh, hope with a gentle persuasion, whispers a comforting word. Wait till the darkness is over. Wait till the tempest is done. Hope for the sunshine tomorrow after the shower is gone. Whispering hope, oh how welcome thy voice, breaking my heart in its sorrow rejoice. If in the dusk of the twilight dim be the region afar, will not the deepening darkness brighten the glimmering star? Then, when the night is upon us, why should the heart sink away? When the dark midnight is over, watch for the breaking of day. Whispering hope, oh how welcome thy voice, making my heart in its song. In its sorrow rejoice. Oh, as an anchor so steadfast rends the dark veil for the soul, whither the Master has entered, robbing the grave of its gold. Come, then, oh come, glad fruition. Come to my sad, weary heart. Come, O thou blessed hope of glory. Never, oh never depart. Whispering hope, oh how welcome thy voice, making my heart in its sorrow rejoice. About all I can do for the moment on that song. Good evening, Sue Mills. Good to see you. Good evening, sisters. Where are we at? Well, good evening, Mother. Good evening, Sister Dawn. Good evening, Sister Vera. Good evening, Sister Maureen. Good evening, Sister Stranger. Good evening, Sister Kathleen. I think I can do one more. Good evening, Sister Sheila. <sighs> 774 as well. Well, we are aliens, so therefore you're a sister stranger. We are strangers and pilgrims, Bible calls us, or aliens and pilgrims. I like doing this song in low as well. While on the sea hear the cherub roaring, see how the boat of my life rolls with me. In fear of death and in deepest of anguish, Lord, hear my cry, prayer, watch my soul on the sea. Save me, O merciful Father, forgive me. How as my life with its ending I see, my youthful strength has been spent in the battle. Lord, now I beg you, have mercy, see on me. I have no strength left to aid on my journey. Help me to reach that fair land past the sea. Help me to travel to my native country. Lord, hear now, I beg you, have mercy on me. Okay. Hello, Rowan and Addie. Dawn's doing okay. Doc has her homebound till they figure out why she's so anemic. Probably because you're low on iron. Debbie says, yesterday the one brother said someone came to him and asked him how he could manage sin and remain a Christian. He's like, what? Howdy, 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 Brother Pat. I like that song too, Maureen. Whew. But I think I'm about sung out at the moment, guys. I must apologize. Mark 7:76, Ezra. Well, isn't iron the sign of anemic? I'm missing something, I guess. I always thought anemia was low iron. Hmm. Well, there they go, changing the definition of things again on us, Sister Dawn. How are we supposed to keep up with things if they keep changing the definition on 'em? I don't know. Hello, Sister T. She was out there screeching over some video or something Mother's showing her. Funny, I can do that without hurting without going into a coughing fit, but I can't sing without doing it. Well, anyway, it's been a day. Hope you all have had a wonderful day. That's true. I need more air for a lot of things, Sister Sheila. Teresa takes vitamins too. She's on an iron pill. Now she's on an iron pill. Dawn's on a multivitamin for, I don't know if maybe she's responding to the cure for the arthritis. Mother says it is low iron. I've been anemic forever, just not as bad now. Well, if they continue to keep changing definitions, Mother, you might be pretty low. It might be anemic. Good evening, Ted and Sheila. That's one of the speakers Saturday led the song "If I Be Lifted Up." It was amazing. Never heard of that song, so Brother Pat. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. I have not heard from Gary and Rose, but I did receive a friend request from Gary the other day, so I'll message him and see when they're due back. Who are you missing besides me this morning, Mother? Amy didn't say you guys were missing anybody. Ah. They had a baptism over there where Debbie and Pat go. Praise the Lord. Teresa listened to Dad's lesson this morning. It was great. Yes, it was. I did too, Sister T. Doug wasn't there. What channel am I on? Okay, so it is. So it is. Pretty sure it's this one. Ted and Sheila's drinking the good stuff for her colonoscopy. Now, are you having to do the double dose or the single dose? Amy had to do the single. I had to do the double. What's up with that? Oh, the beer. Debbie said she wasn't planning on it, and so I said something you heard, and she said yes. First time she visited with us. Well, there you go. Praying for good results, Debbie says on behalf of Ted and Sheila. Now, which one? I think it's Sheila's the one that's going to have that. Kathleen says, I heard the song many times, If I Be Lifted Up. It's a beautiful song. Skylar, good evening. Skylar's working on the wood gang. Teresa doesn't like colonoscopy. Sheila's doing the single dose. I had to take mine in 2 doses. 1 16-ounce at 6 p.m. and then the second dose I had to take at 10 o'clock. Yep, there is one double. There's one that's a double. Good evening, Reba. Good to see ya. I don't know how mine went. I slept through it. Pat says, my bad. It's called Lift Him Up, number 325 in Songs of the Church. Well, there it is. 325 in my song, my copy of Songs of the Church is Sunset and Evening Star. Well, I think it's going to be nasty regardless, Sheila. They let me cut mine with some lemon juice to make it a little more palatable, and it was. Still way too sweet. Teresa said, or Debbie says, Teresa, the double just makes you see double. Yeah. I'm not right now. I did 2 songs already, Teresa, and that's my limit. So I'm just chatting now. Sheila says her son's girlfriend is our doctor. I guess she's trying to keep us healthy. Well, that's good. There are worse things. It is. I think it would be better cold. It wasn't all that great as it was. Vera says it's 80 or 76 degrees, and she's miserable. It was 86 or so degrees here, and wasn't. Too bad. Sorry about all the coffee. Debbie used apple juice with hers. Couldn't even tell it had the squirt just in it. Well, now, if I was resting my voice, Sister T, I wouldn't be doing this. Ah. Valina! Valina's in the house. I shouldn't have done that either. Sheila's been using white Gatorade, and she hates Gatorade. Don't use Gatorade then. Try like apple, fruit juices that you can have. White grape juice, white, or apple juice. Oops, it's the wrong one. Come on, let's get it back here. Goomp. Of course, it might be a little late for the Gatorade. Teresa says, I meant singing. Valina says, don't worry, Vera. It'll be back down in the 50s next weekend. You can have your weather back for at least a day or two. Okay. Debbie suggests use apple juice. It's yummy. Teresa's going to be right back. She's got company. And Debbie's unintelligible. She might be saying, he's back. Yeah, it's supposed to be something like that this by the weekend. Oh, hurry back. Thank you, Don. $5. Charging grandpa $5. Yikes. Yeah, I'll probably get some nice, lovely warm tea after this and settle down. But I'm about halfway through this pattern. I was doing fairly well health-wise until they had me stop all my vitamins to do the colonoscopy the other day, a couple weeks ago. And I'm gonna have to increase my dosage of vitamins just to get back on top of the health stuff. This is ridiculous. I'm already taking a double dose of some of that. Looks like my D and my C are going up. And I'm going to have to just stay away from all the rest of the bus drivers because, man, I tell you what, working with old folks. And I say that because the other bus drivers are all retirees. And it just seems like this year, and all three of the bus drivers are relatively new to the bus driving. And it's just like they've got sickness constantly around them. Like, man, you guys are always sick. I don't think my boss has gotten rid of his illness since what is it? Probably since November when he got his first round. I'm not sure he's ever gotten rid of it. Debbie says we need to get a comfy sofa. I ended up sleeping on ours, and my back has been pain. That's about a sign of one. Hello, Shea. Yeah, ours is May 22nd, I think it is when our school lets out. All right, let's be turning in our Bibles to Judges chapter 17. I was informed we're reading Judges 17 and 18. So let's do that, and we're going to grab our hats, fan the flanks, and do the pat trot tonight. Whoops. O'Shea, I hope you guys are on your way back. All right. Okay. Judges 17. Let's read, y'all. There was a man of the hill country of Ephraim whose name was Micah. And he said to his mother, "The 1,100 pieces of silver that were taken from you, about which you uttered a curse, and also spoke it in my ears, behold, the silver is with me, I took it." And his mother said, "Blessed be my son by the Lord." And he restored the 1,100 pieces of silver to his mother. And his mother said, "I dedicate the silver to the Lord, and from my hand for my son to make a carved image and a metal image. Now, therefore, I will restore it to you." So he took the money to his mother. Wait, let me back that up. Stay there, Ezra. Hold on. Scratch that. Rewind. Back it up. Whatever that is. Rewind it. Yeah, there we go. So when he restored the money to his mother took 200 pieces of silver and gave it to the silversmith, who made it into a carved image and a metal image, and it was in the house of Micah. And the man Micah had a shrine, and he made an ephod and household gods, and ordained one of his sons who became his priest. In those days, there was no king in Israel. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes. Now there was a young man of Bethlehem in Judah, of the family of Judah, who was a Levite, and he sojourned there. And the man departed from the town of Bethlehem in Judah to sojourn where he could find a place. And as he journeyed, he came to the hill country of Ephraim, to the house of Micah. And Micah said to him, "Where do you come from?" And he said to him, "I am a Levite of Bethlehem in Judah, and I am going to sojourn where I may find a place." And Micah said to him, "Stay with me, and be to me a father and a priest, and I will give you 10 pieces of silver a year, and a suit of clothes, and your living." And the Levite went in. And the Levite was content to dwell with the man, and the young man became to him like one of his sons. And Micah ordained the Levite, and the young man became his priest, and was in the house of Micah. Now then Micah said, "Now I know that the Lord will prosper me, because I have a Levite as priest." Judges chapter 17 or 18. In those days there was no king in Israel, and in those days the tribe of the people of Dan was seeking for itself an inheritance to dwell in, for until then no inheritance among the tribes of Israel had fallen to them. So the people of Dan sent 5 able men from the whole number of their tribe, from Zorah and from Eshtaol, to spy out the land and to explore it. And they said to them, "Go and explore the land." And they came to the hill country of Ephraim, to the house of Micah, and lodged there. When they were by the house of Micah, they recognized the voice of the young Levite, and they turned aside and said to him, "Who brought you here? What are you doing in this place? What is your business here?" And he said to them, "This is how Micah dealt with me. He has hired me, and I have become his priest." And they said to him, "Inquire of God, please, that we may know whether the journey on which we are setting out will succeed." And the priest said to them, "Go in peace. The journey on which you will go is under the eye of the Lord." Then the 5 men departed and came to Laish, and saw the people who were there, how they lived in security, after the manner of the Sidonians, quiet and unsuspecting, lacking nothing that is in the earth, and possessing wealth, and how they were far from the Sidonians, and had no dealings with anyone. And when they came to their brothers at Zorah and Eshtaol, their brothers said to them, "What do you report?" And they said, "Arise, let us go up against them, for we have seen the land, and behold, it is very good. And will you do nothing? Do not be slow to go, to enter and to possess the land. As soon as you go, you will come to an unsuspecting people. The land is spacious, for God has given it into your hands, a place where there is no lack of anything that is in the earth." So 600 men of the tribe of Dan, armed with weapons of war, set out from Zorah and Eshtaol, and went up and encamped at Kiriath Jearim in Judah. On this account, that place is called Mahaneh Dan to this day. Behold, it is west of Kiriath Jearim. And they passed on from there to the hill country of Ephraim, and came to the house of Micah. Then the 5 men who had gone to scout out the country of Laish said to their brothers, "Do you know that in these houses there is an ephod, household gods, a carved image, and a metal image? Now, therefore, consider what you will do." And they turned aside there and came to the house of the young Levite at the home of Micah, and asked him about his welfare. Now, the 600 men of the Danites, armed with their weapons of war, stood by the entrance of the gate, and the 5 men who had gone to scout out the land, went up and entered and took the carved image, the ephod, and the household gods, and the metal image, while the priest stood by the entrance of the gate with the 600 men armed with weapons of war. And when these went into Micah's house and took the carved image, the ephod, the household gods, and the metal image, the priest said unto them, "What are you doing?" And they said to him, "Keep quiet. Put your hand on your mouth, and come with us, and be to us a father and a priest. Is it better for you to be a priest to the house of one man, or to be priest to a tribe and a clan in Israel?" And the priest's heart was glad. He took the ephod and the household gods and the carved image, and went along with the people. So they turned and departed, putting the little ones and the livestock and the goods in front of them. When they had gone a distance from the home of Micah, the men who were in the houses near Micah's house were called out, and they overtook the people of Dan. And they shouted to the people of Dan, who turned around and said to Micah, "What is the matter with you? That you come with such a company?" And he said, "You to take my gods that I made, and the priest, and go away, and what have I left? How then do you ask me what is the matter with you?" And the people of Dan said to him, "Do not let your voice be heard among us, lest angry fellows fall upon you, and you lose your life with the lives of your household." Then the people of Dan went their way, and when Micah saw that they were too strong for him, he turned and went back to his home. But the people of Dan took what Micah had made, and the priest who belonged to him, and they came to Laish, to a people quiet and unsuspecting, and struck them with the edge of the sword, and burned the city with fire. And there was no deliverer, because it was far from Sidon, and they had no dealings with anyone. It was in the valley that belongs to Beth Rehob. Then they rebuilt the city and lived in it. And they named the city Dan, after the name of Dan, their ancestor, who was born to Israel. But the name of the city was Laish at first. And the people of Dan set up the carved image for themselves, and Jonathan, the son of Gershom, son of Moses, and his sons were priests to the tribe of the Danites until the day of the captivity of the land. So they set up Micah's carved image that he made as long as the house of God was at Shiloh. Judges chapter 17 through 18. Are there any prayer requests? You're welcome, Don. You're welcome, Kathleen and Sue. You're welcome, Reba. And here comes O'Shea. Thankfully. You're welcome, Teresa and Sheila. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, O'Shea.
Hello. Perfect timing.
Yes, yes, it was.
What?
Yes, yes, it was. A little close there, but you made it. That's what counts.
Yep. That.
You're welcome, Debbie. You're welcome, Vera. Thank you. I appreciate the prayers. Debbie says, thank you all for being my extended family of God. I love you all. And Vera sends some goats.
I was debating upon going, ah!
That's for Laura.
Yeah, it is. The screaming goats are specifically to Laura. But Vera uses goats too. And hello, Kathleen. Hello, Reba. And hello, Sue Mills.
We had a goat. Her name was Kara. She was a dumb goat, but she was our goat.
Hello, Sheila. Prayers for Dawn and her health.
I Nope, we don't know that person, Sister Debbie. I thought we've covered that before.
Well, as
Do
she
you
said,
happen to have an image or a video of Have so we can know how to be him?
well, she said if you're not him, you're in the right place. And so, seeing as how none of us do know him, we're all in the right place.
Mother says she kept thistles and burdock down. Yes, she did. Kara did a really good job at that. And she was absolutely terrified of that electric fence after the first couple of run-ins. Vera says, I love the screaming goats. I thought about sending you a screaming goat button. I saw it, but Hosea, your screaming goat is far better than the buttons.
I have been told I make a good screaming goat. By Laura.
Debbie says, no.
No. No.
She doesn't have that video.
So Ted and Sheila, is it Ted or is it Sheila? Who is
Sheila.
Good stuff for the exciting.
Sheila's got the colonoscopy tomorrow.
So
Ted had his last week.
Oh.
Kathleen says that her dad owned a goat. Her name was Lola. She was a nice goat, and she was registered. Oh, I could go so many ways with that one there, Kathleen.
Prayers for Sheila Simpkins as she prepares for her colonoscopy tomorrow.
But I'll be nice. Ours was just a Nubian. I don't remember Kara going up against Christopher's good dog, Mother. Thank you, Sheila. Yeah, she was a rogue. It was like we didn't. We got her home, and shortly thereafter, she developed mastitis. It's like, really?
And Sheila Nicole asked for prayers for her congregation. So we got double Sheila today.
Yep. Had to do that twice just because we have double Sheila. Question is, Debbie says, do we all go to the aisle of the dancing Santas at Christmas time? Push all the buttons and leave CJ and Sean Wooten standing there. Do the little goats make good pets? I don't know. I never had a little goat.
Hey, Skylar made it.
Oshea, what does Tom say about those little goats?
Well, they get into everything. I don't know what he says about them. I mean, he's never talked much about his goats, but from personal experience, they get into everything. They are cute. They are fuzzy. And playful. And his are really, really peopleized. He keeps the radio on in the barn to country music so that they are well accustomed to the sound of people's voices. But that's basically all I know about little goats.
One of O'Shea's boss's brothers has the little goats, and some fainting ones too, doesn't he?
Yeah, and most of them are 50-50 by now. I don't think he has any actual true fainting ones anymore. They're just kind of 50-50. Yeah. But you can scare them and they'll lock up and then unfreeze and take off running. They don't fall over. So I don't think they're thoroughbred anymore, but but yeah. He's had I want to say so far this year, he's had between 14 to 20 new goatees. And this is only the start. He still has several others that are waiting to pop.
So they've had 14 to 17 kids, and there's still a few left to pop, huh?
Mm-hmm. And there's still might be
Mom relays the story of Kara against my oldest brother's dog. The dog came running at her, and she put her head down and rolled him right out of the pen. Wash, rinse, and repeat several times. Can O'Shea talk about the goats? Yes, he certainly can, because he had to chase goats the other day.
I had to carry one of the mamas and pick it up and carry it back in the barn because the poor gal, she's not listening.
Kara says Kathleen says radio on. Do they like country music, bluegrass, or what? Well, let me tell you, we're not giving them hard rock.
No. I just pictured some hard rock with some goats screaming as the vocals.
Screaming goats.
Mm-hmm.
That's what AC/DC was.
No, AC/DC was Daffy Duck. Not Daffy, Donald Duck. The voice.
Sheila says, did you know the ancient meaning of Sheila is heavenly? No, I did not, Sheila.
Doesn't surprise me, but no, I didn't. But yeah, he keeps the radio tuned into the local country station. Country music. So.
And he's off again.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I'm going to have a talk with that boy.
It's the weather. So, for today's prayer list, we have prayers for Dawn and her health, prayers for Sheila Simpkins and her colonoscopy tomorrow, and prayers for Sheila Nicole and their local congregation needs prayers. Prayers with Sheila about, anyways.
Sounds about right. Mother says that she always figured she'd be hard pressed to pet somebody who screamed at her. Either that or get somebody to scream at her. I don't think she'd be hard pressed to find somebody to scream at her. So I'm going with the first one. You can all stay strong and stay faithful. Yeah. Like those green trees planted by the water, Psalm 1 and Jeremiah 17. That way, whether we wake tomorrow, whether we wake tomorrow to serve God here on this earth, we wake tomorrow to serve Him up there where we all long to be. You know, where I'll have the pleasure, privilege, and honor of seeing you. God bless in your walk with Him. I love y'all. I'll see you then.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, y'all, now you're stuck with me again. So, seeing as it would appear there are no other prayer requests, let's go to God in prayer. Bow with me. Our great and heavenly wonderful Father, we come to you thanking you for this wonderful day that you have given us, that we can come together as your family and to read a portion of your word, to enjoy each other's company, to have fellowship with each other, and to bring our cares and concerns, our requests before your feet. We come to you asking that you would be with Dawn and her health difficulties. We ask that you would bless her with a better degree of health, that you would restore her to good health. We ask your blessings upon her. Give her strength, give her healing. We ask that you would be with Sheila Simpkins as she prepares for colonoscopy tomorrow. We ask your blessings upon her, that it would go well and that everything would go smoothly. We ask, Father, for good news and that everything would be good and all right. We ask your blessings upon her and upon the test. We ask that you would be with Sheila Nicole and that you would be with her local congregation there as they are in need of your blessings and your help. We ask that you would bless them with what they may be needing, help them, lift them up, and be with each of them. We ask your blessings upon them. Father, we ask that you would be with those who are on our constant list, such as Reba and Mary. Be with Levi and Amy, Teresa, Darlene and Johnny. Be with Sylvia and Sean. We ask your blessings upon Chris and Donovan, upon Megan, upon Sue, Sam, and Damaris. We ask that you would bless them richly. Be with them. Be with Rennie. Be with Brooke, Tom Riley, Daisy. We ask that you'd be with Petey, Sheila, Isra, and Rob. Be with each of them in their respective needs. Lift them up, build them up, help them through whatever they are facing. Bless them and take care of them. We ask that you would be with each of us as we prepare to go about the rest of our day. Guide us, give us strength, bless us all with a good degree of health and with a wonderful night's rest, a safe night's sleep. Help us, Father, to awake in the morning strengthened, refreshed, ready to serve you, whether here on this earth or up there in heaven. We thank you for all of your many privileges, your blessings, for allowing us to come together and allowing us to bring our cares and our concerns before you in prayer. We thank you for this privilege. We thank you most of all for sending your Son and for the sacrifice that he was willing to make. We thank you for everything you do. We ask that your will would be done here on this earth as it is up there in heaven. This is our prayer. In Jesus' name, amen. You are welcome, Sheila. Thank you. You're welcome, Kathleen. You have a wonderful night, sister. Love you as well. You're welcome, Sue. Good night, Grandma. God bless. Blessings on your head. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Reba says, thank you so much for the prayers, Rochelle. I hope you all have a blessed night. Love you all. You are very welcome, Reba. Thank you for being here, sister. You have a wonderful and a blessed night. Love you, sister. You are very welcome, Maureen. You have a wonderful night. And thank you, as always, for being here. Oh, well, thank you all for being here. It's a pleasure. It's been a privilege. Till we meet again, God bless you all. Stay safe. Stay strong. Love ya. Bye-bye. Cheerio.